Wait, hold on. Oh, I think we're live.
Yeah, we're
Hold on,
live.
let me see. Yeah, we we are.
JR,
Yes, sir.
do the intro.
Oh, good evening, everyone. This is your host, JR Michael, with JR and the Beat Guy, and featuring the voice in the back of the room
What up? What
with
up?
a with a special guest tonight. I won't say her name. I'll let her introduce herself. But thank you for joining us. Make sure you have your cappuccinos or whatever the poison of the night is going to be. And let's get it rolling.
What's your poison of the night?
It's called,
And your mic's a little loud. Turn it down a little bit.
how about now?
Yeah, good. You were causing static.
It's Merlot.
Oh, Merlot. I'm drinking a peach wine.
So I have to protect my
Ooh.
identity. I go by
What?
Steva.
She's protecting her identity.
Yeah.
She said she would like to be known as Steva.
Exactly. I have to
Steva. Okay.
There
Okay.
is a story behind
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
that.
What is the story, Steva?
So when Caitlin and I we went to college together, and we went on spring break, and we went back to Jersey where she's from. And I remember we met one of her good friends at the time named Megan, who was literally like probably one of the funniest people I've ever met. Like, I remember laughing so hard I almost peed my pants as an adult.
Too bad she's
I'm not
trash.
afraid to say that. But it's funny because I remember we were introducing ourselves, and she thought that I had said my name was Steva. And I remember we all started cracking up because I'm like, man, that's like a dumb name. Like, that sounds stupid, you know? And Ashley, my sister, loved it. And so ever since then, I've been Steva.
Yeah, she's been called Steva ever since we were 20 now.
Exactly. My mom hates it. She's like, oh, I hate that you call her Steva. But
I'm like, listen, it's been 16 years for that one nickname.
No,
I know
no
it's not
offense,
going
but
anywhere.
when you say Steva, I'm thinking of the alternative sugar packet for
Oh,
diabetics.
Stevia.
Stevia. Stevia.
That's funny.
Sweet.
Honey.
You're sweet, not necessarily bad for your health, but there might be some underlying side effects that we don't know about yet.
Long-term effects
Oh,
are
you-
unknown.
You gave the disclaimer, huh?
and the Prop 65 warning.
Absolutely.
So, do I get to guess how many questions you guys have?
Absolutely. You get to guess.
Okay, I will
Sounded
go
like a game
with.
show host there with, all right, these are your prizes here. And door number 1.
All right.
You
Door.
get...
What?
You killed the joke.
No, I did that on purpose.
Pseudo.
I guess you guys have 5 questions.
Ooh, I mean, is this the Price is Right rules? Try again.
Is it more or less, or we don't get a clue? 7.
It's not 7.
8.
It's not 8.
Okay, you know what? 9.
It is 9.
Okay, I was like,
Oh.
it's not gonna be 9.
I literally put a 9th one just to throw you off because I always do 8.
I love the number 9.
You can't see me, but I was bowing. Thank you.
She was. I will vouch for her.
Oh,
I may be a hostage in this situation, but at least my friends are brought in to appease the beast.
He's
We're
the
not
beast.
live on YouTube.
What? Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Oh, yes, we are.
There's 2 people waiting, and we're not live.
Wow, and we were really funny.
You want me to share my screen and I'll show you?
I'm looking it up right now again.
I don't even trust
Okay.
Vinny.
It's
You guys-
JR and the Beat Guy. Wait, let me see.
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are now. We're live. We're live. I am so sorry.
No.
Fuck you, Wesley. Got me good.
April Fools.
Yo, I just got April Fool's a couple days late. Yo, and hola to Trippy E. I'm gonna pull up the comments. Here so you guys
Trippy.
can
Hey,
see them.
Trippy. Yay, Trippy, yay. Do we got any OnlyFans photos this week, Trippy?
Oh yeah. We can get better reactions this week.
Listen, I baked a whole cake last week. Where was everybody?
They
Got
were
funny
eating
faces.
French fries and corn dogs.
That sounds good.
True. Hey, Westy, I see you. Westy's like, I was there eating cake.
I know. I heard about the cake, and I'm upset I wasn't invited.
You get to choose what cake I make. Do you want the mango one, the chocolate one, or something different?
I think you should have to do something with lavender. You knew that's where this was.
Oh,
gonna
you're
go.
so mean to me. It's going to taste so floral. I will make you a lavender cake. Fine.
Are we
gonna
taking
poison it
a
too?
Hold up higher.
intermission for cake?
I did not make a cake this week, but Steva is very upset about not having a slice of cake last week. So I have to pay homage to my bestie
Take some-
and make a cake of her choice. And she happens to love lavender, and I happen to hate the taste of perfume. So I have to relent here and just.
Not,
I'll make you a blueberry lavender cake, as you like blueberries too.
not. What are you laughing at?
The comments. All right. The comments are going insane right now. A
What?
Renee and Trippy E are arguing about him sending in OnlyFans pics.
Oh.
Oh, Renee said no, please.
Yeah, this is getting pretty funny.
Uh-oh, he's on. There we go.
Let me see.
Yeah. Aries is trying to get into the show, and JR is doing something on his computer right now. If you want to update on everybody,
What am I doing? What am I doing?
your reflections say a lot.
Anyway. Speaking of April Fools, are we ready for question one?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. This one is actually based off an article that JR sent me.
Ooh.
Oh. I'm not gonna. You want me to guess which one?
No.
We'll let Stevie get. answer
I actually I
first.
used two of the article.
It's
I used.
Stevia.
I didn't even ask the question yet. Yeah, thank you, Pseudo. You're looking at me like I asked one. Please tell me, what question did I ask, Pseudo?
You did not ask the question.
I did not. Anyway, I'm gonna ask it, and yes, Stevie could definitely answer it first. But JR, I used two of the 5 you sent me. Two of them, I'm gonna push off till next week. Actually, I like them too. So my question is this: JR sent me an article about Sour Patch saying that they were no longer going to be called Sour Patch; they're going to be called Patch Kids. But the tone of the article sounded very like
That's April Fool's.
satirical, and it was definitely April Fool's, right? So my question, with that in mind, with Sour Patch playing a little April Fool's joke, have you guys ever played an April Fool's joke on someone or had one played on you?
I gotta think about that. I remember, like, with Ash and I, since being twins, we were always asked if we ever switched places, and we finally did. And that's kind of what it's making me think of. I can't think of specifically like an April Fool's joke. I know I always wanted to tell my dad when I was a teenager that I was pregnant on April Fool's and see what he'd do, but I never did it.
I'm kind of glad you. I don't know if I'm kind of glad you didn't. I don't think I would have wanted to see that.
I know. I think I would have been murdered. We would have never met.
I would have never met you. So I will say in college we didn't really do April Fool's Day jokes, but we did a lot of pranks on each other.
Yes, we did.
So let's talk about, like, this wasn't April Fool's. But let's talk about sophomore year. We all decided to live in the same dorm together.
I know where this is going, and I love
Right,
it.
we all decided to live in the same dorm together. So before we all got an apartment together, and I walk into my dorm, and I don't have a mattress. And I was told that when they walked in, there was a big hole in the mattress, and they had to like call maintenance, and it was removed, and it was going to be 2 weeks before I got another one. And then they all let that fester.
Wait. I want to throw out there, Ash and I were not part of this.
They
one.
all let that fester and left me and let me believe this. And then finally they left the room. Apparently somebody was supposed to be watching me, right? And no one did. So then I called my mom, who calls the school freaking out. And this is the best part, right? Because then we find out, like, oh, they were messing with me the whole time. They hid it in the RA's room, who was a friend of ours. We told her not to be our RA, by the way, but she still did. And I got my mattress back, and my mom literally like told them that she wanted a whole apology note written to her. She's so embarrassed, this and that. And they were mortified. And then my mom was like, ha, joke's on you, right back at you. So that wasn't really an April Fool's joke, but that was one of the pranks we played.
I honestly thought you were gonna tell the one about the shoes.
Oh, well, then,
That's
well, in retribution, our RA lived next door to me, and I could hear whenever she'd go in the shower, and she wouldn't lock her door, and she was one of her friends, so she had this whole shoe display, and we'd walk in, and I'd steal one shoe from 3 different pairs of shoes and hide them in my room, and then she wouldn't be able to find those shoes, and every time she'd go in the shower, I'd put those shoes back and steal another one shoe from 3 different pairs until she came into my room freaking the F out, getting so mad. And I was like, oh, I just realized she could play a prank but can't take a prank.
So when I was in college, my roommate Kevin at the time, well, he wasn't a roommate. He was like a friend of outside the room, but he was always around. He took all my items. I don't know if it was April Fool's. It was one of the days, or he was just messing with me. Probably
So
was.
when you say items, like what do we need? Like underwear, toothbrush? Like
So-
how serious are we going?
Okay,
here?
you want to know how serious this was?
Yeah.
He took my peanut butter and he switched it with my shampoo. He took my. He was switching things around like that. Like I would find like a random pair of socks, and then I'd find something else in the place the socks was. He switched everything, so he had to put it together like a puzzle. It was hilarious. I walked in my room and I couldn't find anything. I was pissed. I was screaming like Vinny does, and then I calmed down and I found everything.
Oh, so he could dish a prank but can't take a prank. Got it.
Exactly.
How Natalie of you.
Funny stuff.
No.
Does it hurt anyone? I love it.
Listen, sophomore year spring break, Stevie was there, and we saran wrapped one of our friends into the bathroom.
What?
Oh,
We saran wrapped Reba in the bathroom.
You know what's
Save
funny
it for
is,
later.
like when we were kids and we used to have sleepovers, I remember whoever fell asleep first, which was always Ashley, always. We used to shaving cream her hair, or we dumped flour all over her, or like I think we put her bra in the freezer once. Like just we were not good people.
Actually, spring break that same year, there was an outdoor shower because we were at the beach at our friend's grandparents had a beach house at this like little beach in Florida that no one goes to, right? It was the most peaceful vacation though. And I took a shower in the outdoor shower, and they threw flour at me, hoping it would get me when I was like sopping wet. And I was like, well, you guys didn't get me, but you got my clothes. So like,
That's
I need you to bring me a change of clothes now.
Oh my
Dude, the
god.
outdoor shower was cool.
We
Like,
pranked each other a lot in college.
Yes, we did. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
We like-
Keeping tallies.
Listen, we were goody two shoes in college, so I'm pretty proud of us pranking each other.
Oh yeah. Or like, I think one of the best things that happened in college because it worked out is the night that we had 2 boys over.
Oh my gosh, this was so funny.
Yeah, it's so
In the dorms.
We're playing. We started off just playing cards or some kind of game, and
Yeah.
then we decided, oh, let's play strip poker because
Because of your college, right? Yeah,
Never had
fantastic.
it, And we were drinking, and of course we were over 21.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And someone had called. Well, actually, I remember now. My suite mates, the people that we shared the bathroom with, were terrible people, and I don't even remember their names. But
I don't know their
they
names
always
either.
complain about just random stuff like they don't clean the bathroom enough and this and that. Like every time I went to go take a shower, I always had to pull this huge wad of hair out of the drain. I'm like, don't tell me I don't clean the bathroom enough, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, so they ended up calling security or the RA or whatever, and saying
They called the
Oh, yeah.
police.
Well, I knew the police showed up, but I didn't realize that's who they called it.
Yeah.
They called campus security. And so
For a noise
for
complaint.
a noise complaint, and so we're there drinking with boys when you're not supposed to have boys after a certain time.
In that part of the dorm.
Exactly. And so we go to answer the door, but before we answer it, we're like, oh man, we gotta hide.
We
all
have to
this
hide
shit.
all this alcohol.
So we had beer, we had peach schnapps. I don't know why we had peach schnapps.
We always did in college. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
It's really gross, but we had it in college all the time.
I'm like now that I think back,
What
I'm
about Jello
realizing that, and I
shots?
don't know why we did because I don't really like peach schnapps.
Yeah, we had it all the
Honest with
time.
each other.
Yeah, I know. No, nor do I.
But we always did have it.
Anyway, we thought we had hid this alcohol so well, and we answer the store, and it's a police officer, and
Wait. Do you
Yeah.
remember we go and I answer it, and he's like, "Hey," I was like, "Well, what's going on?" He's like, "Well, who lives here? And I was like, well, me and my sister. She's right here. And I looked around. Ashley had hid in the closet before I had opened the door and made me look stupid. I was like, I don't know where she went, you know? And, he's like, well, we had a noise complaint. And we're like, well, we're not really sure why.
We weren't even being that loud.
We really weren't. They were just being assholes. And so, he's really nice about it. He's like, well, just make sure you keep it down or I'll have to come back or whatever.
Yeah, he was super nice.
He didn't stay very long or anything. And so we closed the door and I turned around and like, I swear we didn't hide anything.
We didn't. We thought we hid all this alcohol and you could see it all clear as day. Like this was not hidden.
Did not see it. And like we hid the guys in the shower and I'm like, how did we not get caught?
Anyway, so Steva and her sister weren't allowed to have like guests visit or something for their punishment. But the suitemates got in trouble for going to the police and not the RA. Now, the RA was our friend, and she was mad at us because we got in trouble, and how could we when she's an RA and she's our friend? It makes her look bad. And we said, to be fair, we told you not to be our RA, that we were not going to follow the rules, and you decided to be it anyway.
Exactly.
Walter was my RA.
Walter's my favorite.
Walter was my RA.
Walter, he's my
Shout out,
fave.
Walter. That was loud.
Oh, look, A. Renee's talking about prank. She said my twin switched classes last year.
Did anyone know?
This sounds like.
I didn't count that as a.
That's it. I mean, I don't know if that's a prank or just straight bullying.
Seriously?
Yeah, West.
This
Steady.
sounds
We can't
like,
brag about that.
Kind of like a Saved by the Bell type of episode, you know. you and Stevia. Sorry.
Stevia. What about you, JR? You got any pranks or April Fool's Day jokes that you played or got played on you?
My girlfriend saying she was pregnant, but she wasn't. I mean, that's.
Oof.
Dude, that's terrible.
That is.
Scary. Like, that's evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. When everyone was soft. Okay.
Oh, why do you start like that? When everybody was soft.
Oh, Trippy said that when everyone wasn't so soft.
Oh.
Oh, A. Renee said no, they didn't.
I bet they wouldn't get caught. They look so much alike.
Well, they're identical.
No,
So.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but they, like, obviously.
Yeah.
But I remember.
Their personalities are so different, though.
I was gonna ask. I noticed Pseudo got you into the blanket routine. You know, the cozy blanket.
I told him I didn't want to look fat on camera, and he's like, "Well, just have a comfortable blanket."
I also have a blanket.
Yo, and the blankie's where it's at, so you better have a blankie right now that you're calling
No,
everybody
I
out for having a
don't.
blankie and you don't have a blankie.
I don't have
You
one.
anti-blankie clubbing it over there? Dude, you starting some smack?
Shun the non-blanket believer.
He's looking at you with
Shun.
a plank, Mr.
Come
Plank.
on. Just because I don't have a
It's really
blanket, I
aggressive.
mean, I'll bring it next show.
Hey, all the cool people are using blankets. just saying.
That's what I heard.
Look, I didn't get the memo. Sorry.
I will say April. This is an actual April Fool's Day joke. So back when I was working at the mental health program I was working in a while back, the clients, like my first or second year working there, and I worked there for 7 years on April Fool's Day, slathered every
I'll
doorknob
be right back.
in Vaseline.
That's awesome.
Every doorknob and Vaseline.
Yeah, every doorknob in Vaseline.
Yo, we got an extra question. So JR just left, so we have to ask this question. Everybody, what are you watching on TV this week? Start with Stevie. What are you watching right now?
I just watched Death in Paradise. It's a murder mystery show.
Sounds like something that we would watch.
It's so good. I love it. It's on BritBox, I think it is. Acorns or BritBox. I always confuse which one, but it's a British show and I love it. There's 14 seasons and it's amazing.
My brother just told me to watch The Residents, which is a new show on Netflix, and it's like a murder or death happens in the White House, and this like
I want to see that.
I just watched episode 1 today, and he is correct. I do like it. My brother was correct. Yes,
We just finished What If?
we
the
did
latest season. We're kind of behind.
on Disney.
And yo, What If has got it going on right now. What If is the best Marvel shows and heat movies in the last whole thing.
I mean, they could just give me Marvel zombies at any given time, and I will be happy.
Yep.
Zombies plus superheroes. Yes.
Yep.
I mean, like for the Marvel shows, like I watched the WandaVision.
Oh, that was
I watched
beautiful.
Loki, and then I didn't really watch any of the other ones.
Listen, WandaVision was a piece of art. It was
I love
beautiful.
Yeah, Wanda Art was beautiful. Loki's
Wanda
beautiful
Art.
too.
What are you guys watching?
They just finished Reacher, A. Renee said. That's it.
Oh, look at A. Renee. She said about the twins that the one couldn't find the other seat, so they almost did, and they look different as they get older. And then she said to you, Stevia, "Oh, shut up with your look that nonsense. You look great." And she said she just finished Reacher. Electric State is a good movie. I'll probably watch it a million times this weekend. With my crotch goblins.
Yeah, I actually liked Electric.
We watched Electric State.
People are hating on it. I don't know why you're hating on it. Yes, it is propaganda. The whole thing's one giant commercial for a whole bunch of big companies, but it's fun.
What is this Electric State?
It's a new movie on Netflix, and it's like a war between robots and humans.
Oh, you told me about this. Okay.
Yeah, I told you about it because I said, "Hey, I know how to win this war. Just turn off the power until the robots
Wait, what if
lose
they're
all
solar
power."
powered?
They weren't though.
Damn, that was their downfall.
Absolutely. Trippy, what are you watching on TV? Westy, what are you watching on TV? I know A. Renee is watching Reacher.
I haven't watched Reacher. I live under a rock.
Such is life.
Yeah,
We're busy with our true crime.
yeah, I love true crime. I miss listening to my podcast. At my old job, I used to be able to listen to it all the time, and now I can't.
Trippy said it's hard for me to pay attention to shows, but I've been watching Superstore. Oh, I liked Superstore.
Yo, Superstore. I love me some Superstore. Yo, the little segues they do in between like things might just be life in itself.
It was a sitcom, and the best part of it, they had these main tracks going through it, but the best part of it would be they showed like these random shoppers shopping through Walmart doing ridiculous things that people do in stores.
Like,
But it's so funny because like if you've ever worked in a store, just seen stuff left around in a store, you know how horrendous people could be.
yeah, like one person literally grabbed the olives bare hand, put it in her face, looked at it, and said, "Nope, put it back."
And Suda said that's why I don't buy the olives from an olive bar.
I used to work at a deli in a supermarket, and you would see weird stuff like that. People do weird stuff in those olive bars. Don't be trusting them olive bars.
I've never eaten there in my life.
As she looks away.
Yeah, I see you with your olive bar looking face.
Now I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
A. Renee said it's so good, so it looks we're gonna have to give Reacher a shot.
Oh, okay, done.
Okay.
Done deal.
Or she's talking about Superstore. I don't know, but one of those two.
She's talking about Reacher. Come on. Come on now.
He's got to complicate everything.
What else? Oh, Severance. We just finished the newest season.
Oh yeah, Severance was good.
Severance is so good.
I haven't heard.
It's weird. It's like they do a procedure in your brain, and your work life and your life are completely separated. Like your work person and your person otherwise are like essentially two different people, but you're one body. It's so bizarre.
It sounds weird. It sounds like a dream. You know how
Who shot JR? He's not there for the joke.
JR's still missing, so someone must have. Guys, take a guess. Who shot JR? Drop it down below. Let's make this trend again. Who shot JR? Was it the deputy?
It was a dream. Look at Trippy. Trippy's talking about the olives. He said I had a guy do that when I was working at Stop and Shop, and I just looked away.
Dude. That sucks. I know I've probably eaten a tainted olive now. What was that?
JR went to go get another
I ate
boomstick.
I know I've eaten a tainted olive.
You've definitely eaten a tainted.
An olive?
A tainted
Oh!
olive. Someone probably messed with an olive that I ate.
I'm hearing a taint and olive. How do you do this?
No.
I'm echoing.
Yeah, it's JR's headphones. They're playing back on us. Guys, JR's headphones play back because he leaves them plugged in.
Echo. Echo. Echo.
So if he is farting in
Echo.
the background when he walks back up, we're gonna hear it.
I hope it echoes.
Yeah, it's gonna echo.
But yeah. All right. So shows. We heard Electric State as a movie. Anyone else with a movie?
Well, we could make a movie of JR going to get his boomstick.
Boom.
His
Oh, yeah.
lipstick.
I totally read that as broomstick.
Oh yeah, he's a witch. He's going to get his broom, guys.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, what is?
I'll get you, my pretty. And
My
your little
pretty.
boomstick, too.
I have none.
I made that really awkward. I went to hook up like a little mic stand that swivels, and she was just like, "No."
It's kind of weird. It was like.
Yeah, it's like all up in your face.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. That's why I'm gonna start using the room mic. Like the whole room will be picked up.
I dare you to do it.
It's a pain. I gotta level it out right and clean it. But I think I can do it in here. We'll have to keep the doors closed.
I bet you, Caitlin, it takes him like all of 10 minutes, and he did all this complaining for nothing. For setting up the mic.
Set up the mic.
I didn't mean to do it right now. I just meant for next week.
We want you to fix it, Suda.
Everybody, close your ears real quickly. Give me 2 seconds.
No. They're all going to go away. Don't do this.
I know now.
You know, we could have happily continued talking about pranks and would be still going on about it.
I love pranks.
Pranks are hilarious. Okay, so yeah, it was on the doorknob of like every group room, right? And like people are like, oh, because they're like, oh, it's on my hand, like freaking out. Like,
Oh, that's so gross.
listen, it didn't get on my hand because like a counselor's like, I had Vaseline all over my hands. So when I went to walk into the room, I just like stood there waiting, and they were just looking at me. I'm like, well. They're like, ah, blah, 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 grumbling. I'm like, yeah, I know there's Vaseline on the doorknob. We're not doing this. Like,
I would have told him that's not Vaseline.
or no, like I brought a paper towel or something so I could actually manage to turn it because it's slippery.
Yeah, if it's a round knob, I can.
It was a round knob.
Yeah, I just fucked that up.
Yeah, we were good, man.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry, guys.
That's
I tried to hook up the mic. I gotta do that at a different time.
Set up the mic.
Yeah.
Set up the mic.
I got a mic that we're gonna start using that we don't have to hold them.
Okay, well, I don't mind it. I feel like particularly rock starish. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you like here? Hold the mic.
Then he makes
like
me hold it,
echoes.
and then he takes it.
Do you feel like Lizzie Hale?
Yes, I do. Shout out to Lizzie Hale. She has no idea who I am, but one day maybe.
One day maybe.
Oh, look at the prank that Trippy's talking about.
No, we're not reading that one. I have purposely ignored that one for the rest of my life.
It says, I remember when Tom peed
Inside a-
and Vinny drank it 3 times.
Is that really a true story?
Yes,
It sounds like
this,
it.
This really happened. Tom peed in my cup, and I drank it, and then he did it again. And it was all because I wanted beer. Really, I shouldn't have been drinking beer. I was merely, 15 at the time? I do not endorse that behavior.
Did it just make me think of Dumb and Dumber and the Cop?
Amanda said that Creed, my godchild, brought her home a plate of brown E's for her to eat, and it's spelled like brown E's. So I'm guessing it was a bunch of letter E's colored brown, maybe.
That would be so cute.
That's so cute.
I hope you kept those forever.
I think he knows what he wants. Brownies. More brownies.
You know, it's make me think of a Mother's Day card that Benjamin brought home one day. It's my favorite one, where it had it was like Mad Libs where you have to like fill in the blank.
Okay.
And at the time, I was looking for a house to buy, and in it, he's like, "Mom, I hope you find a house for us, and I hope that Sawyer's good for you because she's rotten." And it was so funny. I just loved it. I kept it. It's in my desk drawer, so I have it forever.
Sawyer is rotten.
She is rotten. We
I
love her.
anyway.
She's so cute.
That's cute.
Yeah, her cuteness helps us overlook the rottenness.
She's just like the Sour Patch. First they're sour, then they're sweet. Then she goes back sour.
Listen, if she was born before Sour Patches were made, I would be convinced they named their product after her.
I agree. They should
Like,
be
literally-
Sawyer Patches.
I took her and her brother out with Pseudo, and she was complaining about everything the whole time, and I'm just like, listen, you're making this less fun. She goes, that's just me, just the unfun child. But then when I brought her back home, she gives me a hug and said, I had a lot of fun, and Caitlin, I love you. And I'm like, sour and then sweet.
Dude, she's a drama queen.
Listen,
She's the greatest.
she is Glinda from Wicked.
I agree with that. I did not like Linda when I was watching Wicked.
She like threw herself on the bed all dramatically, and Pseudo goes, yo, that's Sawyer.
Sawyer's been a drama queen before, and it's worked out. It has not worked out for her, where she like does this and like throws her head into something. So she's learned to not throw a fit that way.
Yeah. Well, how does she throw a fit now?
Now you've heard her.
What is it?
It's a video. I love it. Let's see.
I think JR got
Chippy
lost.
said, that was the same night I sat on a glass cup and cut my butt.
I think JR did get lost. I don't think we're getting JR back
I
tonight.
heard the door.
That's not JR.
Dude.
Hold on.
JR, this must be the most epic story ever.
He may look like JR. He may sound like JR. He may even smell like JR, but he's not. He's a pod person from the planet Mars.
I have two guesses. He either had like Montezuma's revenge happen, or he's secretly an Uber driver on the side and just drove someone their food and came back.
Are you secretly Uber driving on this?
I don't know. Those are my guesses.
I am not telling. I don't kiss and tell.
So it's about
Montezuma's revenge.
So what are you doing to people's food if you can't kiss and tell?
Oh yeah.
Definitely
ask
not a
him.
Montezuma.
Hey, I'm
Definitely
supposed
not a
to.
Montezuma.
I'm supposed to ask you about lipstick.
What?
What?
What
Yeah,
lipstick?
there's something about lipstick and...
No, that's not part of this podcast. No, no
Wait,
lipstick.
so are you saying you wear lipstick every week on the podcast?
No, I do not wear lipstick on the podcast.
There's
Stevia.
a mystery lipstick
They
story.
they
you
they
don't
look
know.
pretty pink right now.
They do reflect different than other parts of your face. Are you wearing
Oh,
lipstick?
thanks.
Are you-
Is that's what he went to go do? He freshened up his makeup.
I thought he was doing his boomstick. Found out he wasn't doing his boomstick. He didn't have
Is that is that rouge on your face, or are you blushing?
No, I'm not blushing.
You are a little bit.
Yeah, you are.
Why is it pick on JR? Because he left the room?
It was just a prime opportunity. But welcome back. We're moving on to question number 2.
Hey, JR,
Thank you.
thank you for coming.
Question number 2.
You're
Will we
welcome.
ever learn?
Question number 2. What was JR doing?
All right. I think there's
Aww.
more questions this week. Question number 2. What was JR doing?
Oh, we all know what he was
No.
doing.
No. I was Uber driving. I had to deliver some pizza.
I'm a little worried about what you were doing now that you gave that answer.
I didn't mean it like that.
Trippy said, is that mayo on your face, or are you just happy to see me? Having said that,
Thanks a lot.
some things are best left up to the imagination. Moving on to question 2.
Question 2.
Have you heard of the diamond Tiffany earrings that were stolen in Florida and how they were recovered?
No.
No.
Are we allowed to guess?
You are.
I have a feeling that somehow they were recovered in poop.
They were recovered in poop.
Okay,
Yes.
wait, can I take another guess?
Yes.
The bandit was a kid in an amusement park.
What?
You know how like kids at amusement parks like shit in the pool?
No.
No.
Okay.
Anyway.
JR, you gotta guess.
I can't believe I was right with that.
What was your guess, Vinny?
You're not gonna be able to guess off of my guess.
What is it? No.
Stevie's guess was correct.
Stevie's guess was
Really?
Stevia's guess was correct.
I swear I did not know.
Ah, come on.
How far back was JR not listening? That's the next question.
No. No, she knows the answer because she saw the article before we came on.
Swear to God.
No way. I don't send anyone articles or the questions.
What?
Ask Pseudo. No, JR, I'm being dead serious. Pseudo will ask me to send him the questions, and I say, does JR have the questions? And he says, no. And I said, then you don't get them either. Literally, no one has the questions but me.
Well, there's history here between the two of you, voice in the back of the room. I don't know about that one.
Trippy said it's Florida. The bandit was a drug addict. Well, the arrest, the person was detained in Florida.
Oh, really?
Wow.
He told staff at a Tiffany store that he was interested in buying in earrings and a diamond ring on behalf of an Orlando Magic basketball player.
Oh my god.
This was in February, guys.
Don't tell me he's at the counter, swallows them, and runs out.
No, so they brought him to a VIP room where he could look at the jewelry. But a short time later, he jumped out of the chair, grabbed the jewelry, and forced his way out of the door. And he got pulled over almost 340 miles away, but he had swallowed the earrings.
Ooh. Wow, talking about being hungry.
So I wonder, like, did he just admit that finally?
Well,
Or-
when they were arresting him in the police car, the suspect said, quote, "I should have thrown them out the window. Am I going to be charged with what is in my stomach?"
That's awesome. It's not awesome, but it's awesome.
So the 4 earrings that were found in his poop were valued at $770,000.
Holy crap! I was thinking like $1,000 or something, not $770,000 jewelry. That's like Julia Roberts in that one movie, Jewelry. You know?
Yeah, no, they
Pretty
they brought him to the hospital to wait until they could recover the earrings before bringing him to jail.
That would be the only time if I got to keep those, I'd be excitedly going through poop.
They actually compared the serial numbers to confirm they were the ones stolen from the store. So then whoever had to clean the poop earrings and then confirm the serial numbers from said poop earrings. But like, here's my question. Who buys said poop earrings? Is there a discount now?
Dude, you know what? You just put those in an ultrasonic bath. Done.
I think they're worth more money. Kind of like monkey poop.
No, you know what? They're worth more money
Like
because there's a
coffee.
story with them.
Yeah, there is a story with them, but it's also worth more money because there's like JR. You know the poop that's worth the most money?
What is it?
It's the poop that poops out the coffee. The beans,
Oh, the guano.
the guano.
Oh, the guano coffee, yeah.
Really?
Try
I
that.
guarantee it's that.
No
It
way.
might not. There might
Hey, how
be
do
more
I
expensive
open
poop
this
out there, but
in the side of the room?
yeah.
What?
What?
How do I open that?
Here,
It's not twist off.
No.
Do you have your keys on you, Suda?
give me it. We're under a mission.
have a lighter, Suda?
Everyone comment. We're in a room. We cannot move away from here. We need to open the top of this non-alcoholic
Do you have a
beverage.
lighter?
We need a way to open it.
Do you have a lighter? We can open it with a lighter.
I've never been able to do that. I've seen it done a bunch of times.
Hold it.
Now I
Pass
have
her
to
the
hold both mics. I'm double fisting it here.
Give me my mic back.
JR is not paying attention. His eyes just lit up like she's holding 2 mics.
Oh, hey, I see you, Dark Flow. He said coffee. Yes, we're talking about the weird like monkey. I thought it was monkey poop coffee.
I thought it was bad.
Oh man, that sounds gross. I drink coffee. Come on.
We do too, but you know.
There is monkey poop coffee.
Oh.
Trippy
Real
said,
quick,
"Use your teeth, be a man."
Totally a thing.
It's like caviar.
use my
it's the
teeth,
caviar
be a
coffee.
man.
That's what Trippy said. Use your teeth, be a man. About the beer.
Sorry, Trippy. I do
Trippy
not
said
want to
it-
lose my teeth in one bite.
Trippy said a bunch of things. He said the price definitely went down the toilet. He said, "Why didn't they bring a fake pear?" Oh, Darkflow said it says elephant poop.
Elephant poop. Oh my
Elephant
God.
poop coffee.
The comment popped up about Vinny and the beer again.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
I think I'm increasing the volume here. Darkflow Media.
You're increasing the volume for Dark
He
Flow
said
Media.
no. Darkflow sent a separate message that pseudo was too low,
Oh,
and that the link that you sent didn't work.
the link I sent didn't work.
No, but Trippy pseudo sent.
Dude, so what happened? You
Anyway.
gave up really quick and left the room.
Anyway,
No.
Oh,
I had to go get something.
sorry about
I
that.
had to
Well,
go
he's
get
back.
something and take care of it. I got it. I should be good now. I think the mic's just a little bit weird.
I don't know. So I guess here's my question. Really, what would something have to cost for you to like swallow it to try to conceal it from the police to try to get away with it?
$2 million.
What was the question exactly?
how expensive does something have to be for you to swallow it and risk having like people go through your poop to recover it? Like
$20,000.
20 grand?
That's it.
2 mil.
Hell no, it's gotta be more than that. I think at least 2 mil.
2 mil.
I guarantee every single one of us would charge less for someone to have sex with us than for us to swallow something and poop it out.
The cartel right now is looking at you as the perfect mule. They're like, that's it.
I'm not one of those people.
They're like, that's a good deal, man.
Yeah. Now they're wondering how much they would make if they could use the other cavity.
Yeah, they're like, well, one questions. Did you not know what I said, Pseudo? You're looking at me confused.
No, he's looking at me. He's
No.
I'm looking at the comment that just came in.
Oh.
It was 1 kilo.
1 kilo.
No, I thought he was sitting there
And I was
wondering how
just sitting
much
there
money he could
contemplating
make.
life and being like, that's not worth that amount of money.
90 million. 90 million.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. He's not that
90 mil.
Trippy, what if it was just like a Lego?
Listen, women are used to things going in and out of their orifices. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know about our price points.
I refuse to answer that.
That was a stutter question there.
It wasn't. It was funny.
I plead the fifth.
5 million with a 1.2 contingency just in case I get caught when I get out of jail. I still got 1.2.
That's
Two.
oddly specific.
I like it. I like the specificity.
That's very funny.
Swallowed evidence, lol. I mean,
Anyway, so all we know is that if any of us have to find ourselves in a shitty situation, hopefully we're digging through our own poop and the cops aren't.
That's
Oh.
right. Well, wait. Okay, so would you ever dig through my poop for something or Vinny's poop for something?
I would definitely dig through your poop.
What about Vinny's?
We're just married. What is the item?
Alright, so the item that would be that you would have to swallow,
No, not that I have to swallow it. I have to find in your poop.
that you have to find in my poop. Guys, take a guess what she has to find in my poop.
Or Rain?
I don't know.
I'm gonna pick one of the answers.
Actually, I'd look through your poop. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard.
What?
Because the poop itself wouldn't be that hard.
It's scattered and splattered.
Scattered. I would just have to hear the clink in the bottom of the toilet, guys.
Oh my god.
You know.
Renee said swallow the evidence. LOL, I mean.
Hey, you know what? This is another example of why my yellow gloves, like the ones you use at the sink, bring me joy. 'Cause I could do it with those and no problems.
Listen, yeah. Anyway, we talk about poop, farts and poop a lot on this show.
We
Yeah,
talk about it, it goes into the toilet.
Well, speaking of poop, then I have a secondary poop question.
Oh, is this another shit episode?
I guess because I have 2 poop questions and I didn't realize it. Have you guys? So this is question number 3. Have you guys heard of the Poop and Run Bandit?
What?
What?
Alright, we take guesses on this one.
Yes,
It's
please.
a pig that like invades like local schools, poops and leaves.
No,
I have a guess.
no.
So you know what it makes me think of? You remember in Jackass when he shits on the toilet that's on display in Lowe's?
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess it's someone that does that.
no.
And they're a repeat offender.
Hilarious, but no. You got the repeat offender part right though.
Repeat offender. Alright, JR.
Poop and Run, the Poop and Run.
Bandit. Who do you
What
think
about
is-
it?
Who do you think's doing
What
it?
do you, well, how
It's
are
a
they
Poop and
doing
Run thief. Thank you.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he has gas when he robs. He can't help it.
He's having like
I
heart
mean-
attacks.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So.
That's his nervous tick.
So this is a thief that was caught in India, New Delhi specifically. This says that police were finally able to capture the elusive thief, and what he would do is he would steal something, but he would always poop his pants when in danger of getting caught to keep people away. So he could.
It's like a defense mechanism, like when a porcupine shoots its quills.
So yeah, they said the article, this is from odditycentral.com, actually said, do you know how good actors could cry in command? Well, apparently some people have the same level of control of their bowels, allowing them to defecate at any moment. So the thief himself, what he would do is when law enforcement would be close to catching him, he evaded arrest multiple times by pooping his pants to create a stench so foul that the police were repulsed, and this gave the thief enough time to make a run for it.
God, that's terrible.
And the trick was so effective. He was given the moniker of, quote, the poop and run.
You know what? But that would work for a while. It's actually pretty brilliant.
Oh man.
Not gonna lie.
You know, I could picture it. You know, that's pretty bad. He gassed the shit out of them.
Renee said it sounds like the superintendent that came to Homedale School to shit on the track every day. Gosh, I remember when she told me about that. That's a real story.
No way.
No, come on.
Why hasn't
Come on.
this been brought up here?
This was a while ago. This was well before I ever got forced into doing this podcast.
Wait, can we take a guess at why the superintendent did that?
Because he didn't feel like he was paid enough. I don't know.
So we hit it on the
He
track?
was paid enough?
Yeah, that's what you
Come
do.
on.
I'm kidding.
Hey Renee, tell them the motives for him shitting on the track.
Steve,
Anyway, so police actually caught the poop and run thief because teams chased him and pinned him down. But in order to get around his pooping, they had gloves, masks. They were equipped with gloves and masks.
You know, it's making me think of like the morgue
COVID
people when
attack.
they put on the vapor rubber or whatever so they can't smell.
It said that they prepared accordingly to make sure they could endure the stench of his poop.
Oh my god.
What? Well, you let me hold it, then you take it. Then you want me to hold it, then you take it. What do you want? I don't know.
I don't know either.
The funny thing about this is a real news story. Like, this really happened.
No, I'll hold it. Wait.
Poop
see,
and
now
run
look,
thief.
you just took it.
Do you want it? No. No. Here.
Yeah,
The poop and run thief.
That is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Because that means he can have a wet. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna.
No.
Go no. I was just thinking.
We have the answer from Mayor Renee. She said he got arrested, called him the poop intendant, and he worked at a different school.
Whoa.
Wait, so did he poop on the track of his school, or he went to the end?
He went to the Homedale, New Jersey, like running track, I guess, and would poop on their track.
That's crazy. So is it like rivalry, and that's why you would?
Even with rivalry, you're the superintendent.
I know. I'm not saying it's still messed up, but like that at least adds.
Oh, she said he didn't get the job at Homedale. Kids are tripping over, and she goes, "LOL." Kids are tripping over his shit, so they had janitors stake out the track and arrested him. He sued everyone. He sued everyone for posting his picture after his arrest.
How did that turn out? I'm gonna assume not in his favor, but you never know.
Listen,
That lawyer.
there's so many poop stories, so I'm sorry we talk about poop a lot, but it's hilarious.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
No. Everybody doesn't poop.
No? Do you not poop?
No.
JR doesn't poop. Hashtag JR doesn't poop.
Do you throw up?
Yeah, I do actually.
That's unfortunate. We're a pooping family, not a puking family.
Do you really not poop?
No, I don't.
You've never pooped?
Pseudo, he would die if he hadn't pooped. Let him maintain his mystery.
I
And
want to see how long he can carry this. I want to see this.
He's trying to keep the romance.
yeah, he's trying to be a demure lady.
Oh, thanks. No, but I don't poop. Unless
Anyway.
I have tacos.
Hashtag moral of the story. Hashtag of this episode. The whole episode. This is my takeaway. The takeaway of the whole episode. Hashtag JR doesn't poop.
What? No.
That's the
Don't
takeaway of the whole thing.
JR totally.
That and his lipstick.
Hey,
Nice. Oh, right,
fantastic.
Stevia.
All right, I have no more poop questions for tonight. Are we ready for the next one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That was such an easy topic. I don't know if I can go on to the next one.
I don't know if we could talk about things as much as we talk about poop so fluidly.
I don't know. You can talk about poop in a hard way too.
Next
I know.
episode.
I understood the joke of what I said when I said fluidly. Thank you.
It could be like chunky.
Anyway, next question. This one comes from Pseudo.
Yeah.
Pseudo said if there were any Marvel movie that you could have reimagined and remade, which movie would it be and by which director?
The one where Iron Man dies. Sorry if that's a spoiler alert. And
Okay.
that's why, because he dies, and it was so sad.
Well, he would always die in the film, even if it was remade. He has to.
Says
And which
who?
director? Which director?
You said I could change it.
Okay, I said reimagining. Sure.
I
Okay.
don't know. I'm not a big director person. Who's the one that did Schindler's List? He's big. Steven Spielberg, right?
I don't know if he did Schindler's List,
I
but
don't know.
Okay.
I would say reimagine Morbius. That's Marvel, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Morbius with the director Tim Burton.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
That's
you.
because you had time to think about it.
No. I actually am not really good at knowing directors. I know like,
Michael Bay is who I keep thinking.
oh yeah, Michael Bay is one. Yeah, there's like I know like 5 directors.
Same
Ghost,
here.
Ghost Rider
Uh-huh.
with Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
That would actually be kind of cool.
Quentin Tarantino or Robert Rodriguez?
Both together.
Ooh.
I don't know, Robert.
And two different stories of two different encampments.
What do you think, JR? Marvel movie reimagined by which director?
I would say Gambit by George Lucas.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I could actually see that being going really well. Yeah, that's a good one.
Wait, what's Gambit?
Gambit is the X-Man with the glowing cards. He has the energy and he's Louisianian.
Big southern drawl, like old southern boy.
I don't think I've ever seen him.
They're like just introducing X-Men into like the multiverse now, but like Gambit's been a huge X-Men character forever, and they have Channing Tatum playing Gambit.
Oh, that gives me another reason to watch it.
There you go. But I do think I see George Lucas doing a good job with that.
He does. I mean, maybe.
I don't know tell us in the comments what's a Marvel movie that you guys could see reimagined and by which director. I'm surprised Pseudo didn't choose one with his. What's the director that you're always obsessed with?
Oh, I can think of a couple other ones.
What's the director you're always obsessed with?
Black Widow with Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson, thank you. I knew it was
Black
Wes.
Widow with Wes Anderson.
No, that would be weird.
I think the story that they told with Wes Anderson telling it would be better.
Uh,
The Red Room, the training, doing it with Russian, like,
well, no, they would actually have to make Black Widow rated R.
yeah, well, Wes Anderson.
Because, like, if you actually read the comics, I think part of the reason why it's so hard with the movies is because people are like, oh, you're sexualized, oh, this or that. Dude, this character is sexualized through the whole comic.
I did not read it, but
I love her character in the comics, but she is, but these comics are rated R. These comics would be rated TVMA, some of them. Like,
I wish Captain Marvel was done by James Gunn.
you want all the explosions?
In both of them.
He wants all of the
I think it
explosions.
would have been better. Captain Marvel series would have been way better if James Gunn did it.
I
But
feel
then-
like Captain Marvel should have been able to beat Thanos. I'm just saying.
What
Like, how
about,
did they not? How were they not all powerful enough to beat Thanos?
Is they don't have the stones.
I still think they should have. They were
Duh.
powerful enough.
And they're not Eternals.
What's that,
They
JR?
don't talk about it anymore.
What about Mac G as the director?
Who's that?
He's a director. He did Terminator.
Not the
Oh.
first one.
I was gonna say which one.
Oh, the one with Christian Bale.
I don't know.
There's a Terminator with Christian Bale.
Is that newer?
Older.
Oh.
How old?
6 years.
That's not.
That's
old.
not.
That's not that old. We were still 30 when that came out.
Maybe 10. Maybe 10.
That's still not old.
Yeah, we were still 26. I feel like we should have back then. We should have remembered.
I still think of Final Destination as like that crossover from old to new.
I just realized how old that movie actually is now.
Yeah, Final Destination.
How old is it?
Final Destination? I think it's like
2001.
I'm ready for the new one to come out so we could be traumatized by a new thing.
Besides the wood.
Besides the log trucks.
Yes, the log truck is what I always think of. That in the airplane.
Yeah.
The log truck gets me every time. I will never drive behind one.
I remember
Really?
getting in between
Wow.
two semis one time and being scared to death. And I was like, this is not a good place.
That's why all over social media there'll be like different memes and stuff, and it'll show a log truck, and it'll be like Final Destination 2, the movie that traumatized an entire generation because it's accurate. Like none of us will drive behind a log truck.
I'm convinced it is the only movie that the sequel is better than the first. Unanimously.
We just had your son watch the first one. We have to have him watch the second one.
Yes, we do. You know, I was thinking I liked Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone 1.
X-Men 2. You're right.
There are ones
Unanimously
where
better
the
than
second one's
first one.
better.
Oh, Westy, you're still with us. Hey, man.
X-Men 2, you are right. You are right.
I like
Okay.
X-Men movies.
Avengers 2.
Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. Yeah.
Okay.
What else?
Where the sequels are better.
Shrek 2.
I could tell you Troll 2 is not better than Troll 1.
I agree.
So, because then you have Troll, and then you have Troll 2, which isn't trolls, it's goblins, because Neil Bog is goblins spelled backwards. Pitch Perfect 2, that's a better one.
Pitch Perfect 2.
Because everybody, including men, like Pitch Perfect 2.
Yeah.
I like, what's her name? The one lady, the big blonde? Rebel Wilson.
Oh, yeah, I like Rebel
I
Wilson.
love her. Especially in Bridesmaids.
They need to make a
She's
Bridesmaids
got
too.
the tattoo.
I
She's
know.
like, "Do you think I got this tequila worm?" And
Never saw it. Pitch Perfect.
Really?
I thought you said Bridesmaids. If you've never seen Bridesmaids, I say get off and go watch that.
Oh.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
Bridesmaids is
Never
funny.
Never seen Bridesmaid.
Oh my god.
It actually is very funny, I will say.
We're gonna have a watch along.
No,
All
I'm
right,
going to
guys.
say,
Have a good night.
peace out.
I say he's
Peace
gonna
out,
do
Cub Scout. Word of mouth.
All right.
that and then whatever mysterious thing he was doing earlier.
Yeah, he
That
actually,
was funny.
you saw him on his phone. He got another Uber Eats order in.
He's about to go deliver some of that.
He has to go DoorDash.
He's gonna
No,
walk
no,
in the
no,
door
no,
and
no.
be like, "Big sausage pizza. Anyone order it?"
All right, moving on to our next question. We're moving forward. Moving on and moving forward. This is another one that I got from JR. So here, I want to start this one out before going into it. What are your guys' thoughts about composting?
Ah, good thing.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. It's the same thing as like the shit bandit. Just shit everywhere.
I knew a guy that had a composter in his backyard. He used to put dog poop in it, eggshells, different stuff. I can't remember his eggshells, but different stuff.
Question.
Do you
Was this
get-
person cool, or was this person annoying?
No, they were nice.
Do you guys engage in composting?
No.
No.
Well, based on this article that JR sent me, did you know that as of April 1st, so this past Tuesday, it is now mandatory to compost in New York City?
Really?
Mandatory.
Mandatory?
How are you supposed to do that in New York City with your apartment that's like 500 square feet?
Ooh,
Where do you fit it?
you're supposed to have a whole separate trash can for this with an actual. You could buy a composting can from New York, but if you don't, you could buy your own, but then you have to buy this official composting seal from New York City to put on it. So no matter what, you have to buy something from them.
Trying to find another
So you have to have a separate garbage. So pretty much in your garbage, you could have like diapers, soiled paper products, things like that. But you have to have like meat, coffee grinds, eggshells, all of that in a separate composting bin it's mandatory.
I
We
wouldn't
are
like that.
weeks away from America announcing that they're going to start recycling diapers and turning them into tampons and toilet paper.
Hey, it was toilet paper, not tampons.
No, wait, That's one of
They-
those you don't recycle.
They recycled in Japan. They were recycling diapers into toilet paper. We talked about it on a previous episode. That was one of the poop episodes.
I did not hear that one. That's not a good idea.
You're welcome.
Dude,
It's happening.
Yeah, the compost.
Well, you know what? Okay, so let's look at it. This isn't affecting us. JR, what are your thoughts on it? You're still out there.
I think it's a disgrace. I think it's just another way to make money and more work for everybody to do. People don't like to throw out trash to begin with. So to compost on top of that, okay. Recycle, regular trash, cardboard. Oh, wait. Compost.
Yeah, I actually had a thought. Like
She's over here laughing because she's like, I live in Indiana.
No, she's laughing because our dog is laying on top of her.
every once in a while I'm like,
Our dog is laying on top of her headphone cord, and it's just pulling her forward. No. I actually thought that you guys would probably have a very different view on this than JR, because he is the one who's getting most affected by this. And it's not, hey, starting April 1st, good news, we're offering it if you want to compost. It's mandatory.
Yeah, it's in your face.
I don't think you should have to do something if you don't want to, like, because it, But I think recycling is good. You know what I mean? I've always recycled, but composting, I feel like that's a lot more work. Maybe it's not. I mean, you're just throwing all things in one bin.
Well, I think JR's point is, like, it's hard enough to get people to just throw their trash out appropriately, but now you have to separate it correctly, or you get fined. And not only that, you have to buy something from New York in order to be able to do this mandatory thing, whether it's the trash can or the label for the actual receptacle.
So,
want-
I have a question for JR.
Yeah.
We want to see
Yes.
your official bin.
Oh, she wants to see your composting bin.
Yeah.
I am not going outside and carrying the bin all the way up here to show you.
Hey, I have a question. When the store, hold on.
Next episode, you bring a video of it and you share your screen to the video.
I have a question. So yeah, last week the stork brought a baby and put it by your dumpster. Did the stork put it in the composting bin?
No, she put it in the recycle bin.
Just saying.
It's hard enough to get people to recycle properly, let alone do compost. I mean, come on.
I agree. But who's going to actually track that, though? Like, are they actually hiring people to do that? You know what I mean?
I think so. Plus, the voice in the back of the room didn't tell you about the fines. Third offense, second offense.
I did not. Thank you. Yes, thank you for bringing it up, because absolutely. I know, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you sent me that was good, but this one stuck out to me because the fact that it was mandatory and that there were fines is what really stood out to me. So yeah, actually getting into it's trying to give me 500 different things to look at. So the fines. First offense is $25, second offense is $50, and third and subsequent offenses are $100. But that's for buildings that have 8 apartments or less. If you're a building that has 9 apartments or more, the first offense is $100, the second offense is $200, and third and subsequent offenses are $300.
It makes you wonder, like, why the price difference for the size of the apartment, and, like, what makes them pick that number. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
9, but, like, why? Where does that come from? It's like, 9. You know what I mean?
Right. And they want to know why we get high in New York all the time.
Wait, so where do you put that when you're done? No?
Right, yeah, exactly. Where?
Well, I mean,
It's
Put it up
compost,
here.
right?
it says items like wrappers, medical waste, diapers, foam, and hygiene products should remain in traditional trash. So I guess it depends what it is. Does it include medical waste? If so, traditional trash. If it does not include medical waste, composting bin.
Wow. So I guess they're going to hire people to look at the compost.
Yeah, they're gonna sit there and mull through it. I'll tell you what, New York's gonna stink because people are not going to get the appropriate bins, and you need the appropriate composting bins. It's going to smell so bad.
I mean, there are
It's
parts
gonna
of New York
attract
City
more
that don't
rats.
Smell good already.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, but they want you to put it in a clear bag, not just throw it in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. They're requiring a clear bag, and the bin has to be 55 gallons or less.
Yeah. So So
They have like a lot of stipulations on this.
you got to buy the bin, got to buy the bag, and then you got to compost on top of everything else.
Hmm.
So how
More
much compost
chores.
do you have now?
Quite a bit.
I
Yeah.
think we're gonna need photo evidence.
Well, you know. Hey, you have 2 children. You know how it is.
Oh, sure, I do.
Yes, I do.
That's what I was saying. You have 2 children too, Stevia. You know how it is with the trash.
Oh,
yeah.
Right,
Well, no,
Stevia.
I have my son trained to take out the trash though. That's how he earns part of his allowance. He has to be reminded a lot.
Now, question: if you had to remind him to compost, because otherwise you're going to get a $300 fine if you get a third offense. How's that going to go?
You know how it goes. It's Benjamin. You don't get any allowance until you pay off the fine that you cost me, and so he'll learn real quick.
See, this is kind of like when your daughter was like, "It's not fair. I'm going to stop if you don't give me my allowance back. I'm going to stop doing all the work you make me do." And I laughed and said, "Oh, honey, we didn't get an allowance for doing all the chores. You're just going to not get anything and still have to do them." She tried to challenge us, and I laughed in her face.
She tried to do that the other day, so I hate this, but her dad went and got Benjamin an upgraded phone, which is neat because he had the iPhone Mini 12 or whatever, so it was getting older. But then he decided to get my daughter, I was going to say her name, she's got to protect her identity too, though.
Yeah.
S. And got her a phone, but she's 8, and I'm like, that's weird.
She showed me the phone the other day, and I said, "Do you want to know how old Aunt Caitlin was when she first got her phone?" She goes, "How old?" I said, 16.
Yeah.
I said, and that's only because I was always with my cousin, and my uncle got her one because he was a single parent, and it was buy one get one free, and that's the only reason I got one at 16.
I remember I was the same way. I had a flip phone that you could just text and call with, and it was like a game changer. I was so fast at texting.
I had the Nokia brick that probably is still living its life somewhere.
Oh, it is. It's probably been used as a murder weapon at some point.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Dark Flow is talking about, he said it's a great idea. He composts every year for his garden. No different from recycling bins, blue bags, etc. Currently in New York. It stinks now with the compost and regular garbage.
Oh, wait, so...
I mean, he's right. It probably does stink with all the stuff in regular garbage. He's right.
So, okay, I was going to tell you about Sawyer. So, she has the phone, right? And she gets mad at me the other day because I take it. Because I hate the idea of her having it. She just wants to play games on it. And I'm like, you don't need a phone. You don't use it for directions or to pay bills or, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't need it, right? And so she's like, well, then I'm just going to start taking your stuff or something. I forget what she said. And I was like, okay, Sawyer, you want to play it that way? I was like, I just got a new phone and I just got a new Alexa from your room. And like, you can't do that. I was like, yes, I can.
Hilarious. Oh, man, that one. But yeah, okay. I hear you, Dark Flow. Like he says, you know, it's going to smell in normal garbage anyway.
That's going to stink.
New York does smell already.
Thanks.
I was going to say, every New Yorker is about to rip you apart on this.
Yeah, I'm not like bagging New Yorkers. I'm just saying New York City kind of
Little stank.
a little stank.
Yeah, we stink.
I mean, it does have a little stank, but like usually that's a different kind of
I
stank.
mean, you could be walking down the street in New York City and a homeless guy might reach out and grab you by your ankle.
No, they've never done that.
No, they've never.
Not to me anyway.
What movie is that?
Yeah, I'm like, when I've gone to New York, like the homeless have never bothered me.
So instead of asking for money, he's like, let me grab your...
I'll grab your ankle.
Are you saying they have foot fetishes, Vinny, or what? Just asking.
Yes.
What?
Do they have foot fetishes?
Do they have foot fetishes?
Do you think they do?
I'm asking. You're saying they're.
You're saying they're grabbing your ankles.
Maybe they have ankle fetishes.
What do your feet stink like for them to be grabbing them?
Hey.
Smells like
Just
cheese.
because I'm from New York and I like lipsticks, that doesn't include food fetish.
What about this lipstick thing?
I know. We're going to find this mystery out one day.
Why his lips are popping so much. They are turning pinker as the episode goes on. Is that what you walked away for?
No, I was having an ice cream. You know,
You
popsicle.
Did Dude,
He was
fat
sucking.
He was getting his lips nice and cold so the lipstick would pop on
He
it.
called me a fat
ass.
ass.
I did. I was like, fat ass.
Ah, thanks. I forgot my bib.
Dark Flow said I used to live in Brooklyn. I'm used to it. So that's him corroborating that New York smells.
Oh, thanks, Dark Flow Media. Don't give away. Don't give
Oh,
away.
don't worry. New Jersey smells too. Don't worry.
Oh, we know that.
We all know that.
Everywhere smells.
It doesn't smell here in Indiana.
Stop
Well,
lying.
now, look,
You
you're
got-
giving our identities away.
They already know we're out here in Indiana.
How you know it doesn't smell?
It doesn't smell. We just were hiding in our bathrooms or basements yesterday from the tornado that touched down 2.5 blocks away from us.
Yes, it did.
Really?
Yeah.
We really had a
Oh,
tornado
shit.
that was so close.
It was 2 blocks away.
Oh my God! You guys are not joking, are you?
No.
How did we do this twice? We did this to my mom. It was literally happening. There was a tornado coming down. I text my mom and said there's a tornado coming down. She's like, "Are you fucking with me?"
Like, we sent a picture of us in the bathroom, like the back bathroom that has no windows and stuff, with the dog and the cat chilling in the dog bed. Like, no, we're hanging out in here for the night. Like,
And my mom still didn't get it. She still looked at the picture and was like, "You're fucking with me, aren't you?" Like, damn.
That's funny.
so it doesn't smell here, but we did have a tornado touch down 2 blocks away. So
That's why it's so
Oh,
clean.
yeah. That's what you all
It's
Indiana.
so
the
clean.
tornado, the wind sucked up all the smell, is what happened.
You got a fresh air bomb sent through the area.
Oh yeah, black. Wow, black ice.
We were very focused on the tornado that was 20 blocks away from us, and then this morning we found out there was one only 2 blocks away from us.
You didn't know that?
We knew about the one that was 20 blocks away, not the one that was 2 blocks away.
That's crazy. I knew about the one that was like right because
Yes, it's right by you. It's like, it wasn't 2 blocks away from you. It was like where you live.
exactly it was right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And by the way, when we say city blocks, we're saying city grid blocks.
Yeah, it's not like New York City blocks. It's like much smaller.
But it's
Really?
it's still the grid block.
Yeah.
It's still the whole. Like, there's other blocks in between. It's just a grid. You know.
So you're saying you guys are kind of close
You know
to
what?
each
Look at the
other?
map.
Oh, I could walk to Stevia's house within 5 minutes.
Wow. So that
Yeah.
means if everybody in town was to fart, you all will smell it then, because you're close by.
Well, the tornadoes remove it from the air, so we're safe.
JR, that sounds like you're really stoned making things up right now. Why is that a funny question?
Who said I was stoned? Come on.
No one ever said that.
Let's go on with the question. Let's
Next question. All right. What band or musician would you like to party with? I already know.
I have this. I've
Me
got
too.
this in the bag.
I already know Stevia's answer.
Sorry.
JR, you want to go first?
No, ladies first.
Okay, good. I don't want you to copy my answer. Or come up with that, I'm gonna say it's awesome. So, I think it'd be so awesome to party with
Yeah.
Hailstorm and
What?
Nail.
Oh, come on. Why you took my answer?
Thievery. Don't poop and run here.
I can't
No.
do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, she found out because I was talking to her off camera, and she said, I'm going to steal your answer, so that's why.
Guys, JR's not that cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I don't fart or live 10 centimeters away.
He doesn't poop or live that close to tornadoes.
Because he doesn't poop.
And I don't have a blanket.
I bet my answer's
Damn blanket.
the same as Pseudo's.
And you didn't tell us to wear lipstick.
I bet my answer's the same as yours.
Very
Alive?
funny.
My question is alive or dead?
Alive.
Well, don't I get
Yeah.
to answer
Could it
right
be
after?
Yeah, no, you get to answer. I was just challenging Pseudo. Yes, JR, what's your answer? Is it Hailstorm
No,
and
but-
Lucy Hill?
No, I'll take Lincoln Park.
I have
Ooh.
a question with that. Is it because
Oh.
of Emily? Or are we talking you'd go back in time with Chester Bennington?
Chester Bennington.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
So
curious.
dead.
That was a loaded question.
Why Why did you ask?
I'm just curious if you're like, oh, she's hot, or if you're like wanting to see the real Linkin Park. I don't know.
The real Linkin Park.
Oh,
Will the real Linkin Park please stand up?
Will the real Linkin Park
Dude.
please?
No, but she's actually really good. I really do like her. Like, they did a good job with the replacement.
No, I have nothing against it.
Good answer, JR. Good answer. Good answer. Oh, Darkflow says Def Leppard. That's a fun one.
Is that, wait, with 10 arms or 9 arms?
With 10.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I'm sorry. I should've-
All right, Suda. Mine's alive. Mine's alive.
Okay.
So it's not the same as yours because you said really.
Yeah.
All right, Wu-Tang Clan.
Ours
Oh,
is very similar.
good one.
Yeah, I think they would be a blast to hang out with.
Mine would be ODB himself.
Oh, dirty bastard, part of Wu-Tang.
Himself.
Oh, so it would either be Wu-Tang, but if not Wu-Tang, Action Bronson.
Action Bronson fits in there too.
He just goes and tries lots of food, and it looks amazing.
But ODB.
Oh.
But
I would
Wu-Tang.
Party with ODB. Party. Hang out. Wu-Tang. Party. ODB.
No,
Wow.
danger.
Well.
I thought that was a fun question.
Yeah, no,
No, I think
like
it was great.
Yeah. All right,
I think
and
Crazy Town.
Crazy Town. Are you guys gonna go to the Butterfly Garden?
Yeah. My favorite song.
I was saying, everybody liked that song.
Everybody did like that song.
No, not everybody. Sorry.
You admit you did.
I did. No, I'm saying other people that I know don't like it.
Dude,
Oh, really?
They were just haters. They really liked it.
Everybody liked it. Because listen, nowadays people would be like, oh yeah, Butterfly, Crazy Town, ha ha ha. But you know, everybody knows every word to that song.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that's true.
I love that song.
Yeah, do you know, I'll rock out to that song. I have no shame.
They're the no shame sisters.
We've been friends half our lives, you know?
They break into a store and they're like, no shame. And then they just start like shitting in public.
Hey, listen.
That's bad.
I did not poop on Pelosi's desk, nor did I poop to evade police detection.
I'm bringing back JR's poop joke that
Really?
there's something randomly
But-
pooping over here.
Dude, you know what I've learned tonight?
Nobody had a wet evidence.
What I've learned tonight is if I'm ever in trouble, I need to just shit my pants.
Yeah, it's a good takeaway.
Really?
My takeaway is JR would get
I've
arrested.
learned.
My takeaway is JR would get arrested because he doesn't poop.
Yeah, exactly. What's your distraction technique then?
Yeah, what's your distraction?
Vomit.
That would actually if her twin sister was a cop, vomit would work. You would get away. She does not like vomit. Her twin, yeah.
There you
No,
go.
no vomit over there.
I mean, nobody
You're
likes
vomiting.
vomit, but like, I would rather clean up vomit than clean out hair out of the drain.
Listen, I'm definitely the clean the I definitely am the clean the hair out of the drain person.
I don't like it.
I'm the grab the poop by hand guy.
I'm the clean the vomit person too.
That's something else I've
Really?
trained my son to.
Yeah,
is clean the hair out of the drain.
Pseudo cannot deal with vomit either. So if the animals vomit, I'm the one who has to clean that up.
Yeah, I just start
Really?
screaming like a little girl.
He's like, ah, blah, blah, blah.
Is he the type where he's like, wait, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, sometimes actually, yeah. And I'm like, why are you making a big show? Why are you making a big show about this?
I feel like such a bitch when it happens. I just sit there and look in the mirror and just go, piece of shit.
Does Vinny have a vagina that day?
Every once in a while.
You know, I don't ever check that day because why would I?
Oh, she's just not interested. That manhood was stripped from you. You.
I was like, listen, I saw you trying to clean up vomit and you couldn't, so why would I be
Hashtag
interested?
Miles.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I feel like there's more there that we don't know. Anyway, moving on. Next question.
Next question.
Have you heard of the new stir stick invented by Canadian scientists?
No.
What do you think the stir stick's used for?
Coffee.
Not coffee. JR, do you have a guess? Canadian scientists created a new stir stick. What do you think it's used for?
Deodorant.
Recycling.
No, I want him to elaborate on deodorant.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? You stir your
Do you stir your deodorant? I'm very curious.
Do you dab it? Like you put the stick in there, pull it out, and just like, yeah, a little dab. here, a
No,
little dab
because you said what the scientists invented, right?
You see the
I said they invented a stir stick. What do you think the stir stick is used for?
Deodorant, stir stick.
Dude, who stirs their deodorant?
I had a friend. He was Asian. He used to show me a technique: wash on, wash off.
Like he's talking about a porno, but replaced it with
No, I'm not.
Armpit.
He's waxing it on and waxing it off.
No.
All
I'm
right.
serious. That's what he used to tell me.
He's over here saying, you gotta wax that ass.
You're gonna hit it with that stick, you know what I mean?
Now, Suda, what do you think stir sticks are used for?
So
Stirring iced tea.
I mean, okay, so with coffee and iced tea, the answer is no, but you're on the right track with beverages. Deodorant, I don't even know where that came in.
I'm sorry.
No, it's hilarious. I like the originality, if nothing else.
A yogurt.
No, but I definitely saw a weird, funny, reel that people made about the Go-Gurts.
Wait, I have to
that's
ask
a whole
a
different
question.
Mashed potatoes.
No, JR has a question.
Okay.
I have to ask a question for Stevia.
Yes.
What kind of yogurt?
I was just thinking regular yogurt. Lately, I like to eat the protein yogurt because it's healthier. But I was thinking,
I like the light and fit yogurt. The coconut one's fire.
oh, I haven't tried that yet.
Okay.
Although sometimes I do take the yogurt and put it in the freezer and freeze it and then eat it.
Listen, yeah, we have a whole bunch of yogurt sticks in our freezer frozen just for your children.
I ate a Go-Gurt the other day and I was like, this really is good.
The only yogurt I eat is Go-Gurt. You can see it.
It reminds me of like when you're a kid and you eat that yogurt. Like it's definitely like kid yogurt.
Yeah. We only want the yogurt that has the crunchy chocolates on top. Remember those when you were a kid?
I love those. And my
Never
favorite
had it.
yogurt in Germany, and they had it last time I went, was banana yogurt with these chocolate covered cornflake things. Oh,
That sounds really good. Yeah, my mom would buy those. My mom would buy those like, ooh, look, I got you a dessert, and really like it's yogurt with like a little bit of candy on top, but it's a yogurt, and you're all excited about it.
oh yeah.
As an adult, though, I'm like, yeah, those things are fire.
They're good. I like them. Like they used to make a Chobani one that had chocolate flakes and like almonds or some kind of nut in it.
Oh, it was an almond joy one, and it was so good.
And they don't sell it anymore. And I'm like, that was the best flavor.
Yeah.
I kept them in
That
the
was one of
because I know I did.
that was one of my favorite
So,
flavors. Actually, I agree.
I remember eating yogurt as a
see.
kid, and it was what you guys are talking about, the crust up Oreos. And the
Yeah.
Or the Reese's Pieces one. That was cool.
Yeah, they had that. They still make them. You can find them at like Dollar General.
My mom used to get them for us. I remember that.
Aw, Joanne.
Shout out, mother.
Anyway, so moving back, what do you think the stir stick is used for? It is used to detect if your drink has been spiked.
Really?
Like a
Oh.
roofie spike.
Yes, like a roofie spike. So this has been undergoing. I actually got this news article. This news article is from Good News Network. Who do you think wrote it?
Dude.
You guys are gonna remember the name one of these days.
I don't know.
By our good friend Andy Corbley. I wanna.
Corby. I was gonna say Andy Corby.
I'm gonna like email Andy Corbley and see if this person will be a guest one week and be like, I literally talk about you all the time.
You know what this means now?
What?
We're gonna have to start using chloroform. Instead of
We can't use the roofies anymore. Damn it! Where's the chloroform? That was so dark. I love you. That's why you're my bestie. Okay.
1 minute, can we just acknowledge that JR waited for you to say the name and said, yeah, I was going to say that.
I got tongue tied,
Yeah, that's what
I was
All
thinking
right.
Eric Corbley,
You know what helps that? Lipstick. So your lips don't stick together.
a little bit more boomstick.
So this product has been in research and development for 12 years by these Canadian chemists. And it's like a drink stick, and it has a tip that will change color if it's been exposed to any common drugs that are used by predatory bar goers. So it was a team of brothers through the University of British Columbia, and it could detect GHB, ketamine, or other like odorless, tasteless meds that are commonly spiked in drinks within 30 seconds.
So wait, I have a question. How much are these?
So they're not actually out to the public yet like that. So they didn't really have a price point. Their hope is that they're going to be like offered kind of like at request at a bar. Like you could request one from a bar. My thing is like, what if there's bartenders have been guilty of like spiking drinks for people before. So like, what if it's like, oh, can I get a stick? And they're like, here's this innocuous stick that actually doesn't have a tip that changes color.
I just feel like it's going to be expensive
sounds so
that
bad.
no one's going to use it.
Just the tip.
It's gonna be who pays the bartender.
Hey, it's the best
Sounds
part.
so bad.
It's gonna come down to who pays the bartender more. I'll give you $10 to review your drink. All right.
Yeah,
So
but it's a really cool.
I'll give you $12
I mean,
for the
there's always going to be issues with it, but it's like a defense solution against sexual abuse and violence.
Let's put a
No,
price on it.
Yeah, I'm not knocking it. I just wish things like I just see the downfall being price. You know what I mean?
So it actually doesn't give a price, but here it does say if the cost of they're calling it spikeless. If the cost of spikeless could be made low enough, establishments could simply have a tray of them on a bar or drink stand where they could be used like normal drink stirrers.
I say here's a better idea.
So the goal is for them to be affordable.
I say here's a better idea.
But they're new, so they're probably not going to be yet.
We need to get more Batmans to solve this problem when we don't need straws.
Who needs drink stirrers when we have more Batmans?
Very nice.
JR submitted this answer once before.
I thought this was really cool. Okay, I see cost being a deterrent, but I thought this was really cool because, as we know, like with different medications, right, when they're first developed and they're out, they're really expensive. But after a certain number of years, they don't have the same copyright or like whatever they call it. Not,
Generic comes out.
and the generic comes out. So the same thing's probably going to happen with stir sticks.
You know what generic I just found out that exists?
What?
The pimple patches. They have generic pimple patches.
They have like 500 million brands of pimple patches.
Well, I just found out they have generic ones that are significantly cheaper, and I'm so envious of kids nowadays that they got those and we had to suffer through.
Yeah, I never had pimple patches as a kid, but I'll tell you, I've used pimple patches on bug bites.
Is
They
this
are-
a competition?
No, I'm-
No, I'm kidding.
I'm just telling you, I'm telling you, they're effective on bug bites. That's all I was telling you.
Oh, no.
JR, he is so focused. Phone dialed in, going.
He's sitting there texting his friends, going, "These stir sticks are gonna ruin the business."
Full stock from Roofy.
You can't be
Pull the
saying
stock
that.
from
You
Roofy
signed an
right now.
NDA. Come on.
I signed an NDA.
Hashtag Diddy.
Actually, what Caitlin doesn't know is she's actually been the guinea pig for us trialing it on her, so we root for her all the time.
Really?
And I'm winking at you mad hard. If you're gonna roofie me, make sure you do something good. Anyway, so yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, in the area. I thought it was good news, but I agree. We'll see about price. They do want it to be affordable, so it could be kind of like widespread, but realistically, if it is affordable and it's widespread, they probably can make it a lot cheaper if people regularly use them in different establishments.
Yeah.
Like if different bars and different clubs and stuff, like it's kind of standard to purchase them. Like if more people are purchasing them, the more that they could produce at a better price. So, but it's Canada, so I probably won't have them here in the States because
Well, the tariffs.
the tariffs. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Who wants to see the tip change colors? I mean, come on. Only in Canada.
I mean, it depends what color. Some colors would be like really alarming.
What if it was like yellow?
I was gonna say, if it's yellow, you're like, ew, get away from me. If it's red, you're like, my bad.
What if it's like purple?
I'm real worried about you. Who did this to you, blue balls?
No kidding.
Pseudo stares at me. He's speechless. He didn't expect that.
You should
I'm
expect
not
the
your
unexpected.
pseudo.
He just said, I give up, and handed you the mic, Stevia.
I don't know if he wants me to hold or not. 'Cause as soon as I get it, he takes it.
All right.
Start holding it over here.
2 more questions, guys. 2 more. These ones aren't from any news articles. These ones are more innocuous. What is the most unusual thing you've ever eaten?
Oh. Squid a la tartare.
Squid a la tartare. How does that, like, I'm just thinking, like, a squid, like, you really have to cook it well to get it tender. So, like, if you're eating squid tartare, you must be chewing for a very long time.
Pretty much, yes.
How was that? Did your jaw flex? Did you get it nice and rigid and sharp afterwards?
Yes.
On your teeth.
It was bad.
Sound pleasant.
It doesn't sound pleasant at all.
No.
It sounds like
Your
it's
mouth.
not a weird thing you ate. It's a disgusting thing you ate.
Yeah. Your mouth goes into overdrive.
All right, Suda, what about you? Because you were about to answer.
On a bike tire.
Yeah.
I ate bull tongue tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Lingua.
Yeah, lengua.
Really good. I ate escargot.
I've had
Escargot is not weird, but
They always do it as with garlic, though. I've noticed,
yeah,
and it just tastes like garlic.
it does.
There's this little girl that believes that I eat live worms.
There is a little girl that thinks you eat live worms. That's hilarious. She loves me and hates you.
That's very funny.
Shout out to that little girl. She's not out here in Indiana. She's out in Jersey.
That sounds awesome.
She called me a worm
We
rat.
ate when we went to Savannah. We ate crickets.
That's what I was gonna say. We ate crickets.
Freeze dried.
We had freeze-dried crickets, and they were covered in like some seasoning dust. That's what I was gonna say. We ate crickets.
It was
We
like
ate
sour
dog
cream and
legs,
onion.
no.
It reminded
Yeah,
me
sour
of-
cream and onion crickets.
It reminded me of
What
the
kind of-
green Pringles.
Yeah,
Seasoning dust that you're talking about.
sour cream and onion.
Cream and onion.
Yeah.
What would you put on it?
What would I put on it?
Yeah.
Barbecue.
I could see barbecue. They weren't bad.
It's
Steve,
kind of a nutty flavor.
Stevia also had me try pickled eggs with her.
They were not good.
They were really gross.
Not one of my better.
She said, I've always wanted to try these. And I said, honestly, I want to try them too, but I bet they're going to be gross. And we were both like, whoa, this is awful.
Oh, I know
Like
the
vomit.
grossest thing I've ever tried. The weirdest thing
Mayonnaise.
too. Nope, it was this red vinegar sausage from a gas station.
Oh my gosh, I remember that your brother tricked you into eating it.
It was a dog treat.
I've eaten a dog treat before.
It was like this sour sausage thing that was in like a red saran wrap thing that was homemade, and it was literally like, here, eat this, Finny. And I took a bite of it, just thinking, like, fuck it. And yeah, it was
Dude,
fucking rancid.
You know what? I have a good story. So you remember, Oma.
Yeah, I know Oma.
So my grandma, we call her Oma, which is German for grandma. But my son couldn't say Oma, so now she's Mo.
Yeah, I called her Oma, and he said only I could call her Oma. You call her Mo. I said she was Oma to me before you ever existed. So
True. He doesn't get
Pardon.
that there was life before him.
yeah, I know. 11-year-olds, man.
But this is funny. So when Ash lived in the same apartment complex as my mom, this was like, what was this? This was 7 years ago. I had to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because my Mo came over to her house and she was watching the boys while Ashley had like a doctor's appointment or something. And Ashley gets back and Mo's like, "What kind of snack is that on the kitchen table? It's really good." And she's like, "What do you mean snack?" She's like, "The one in the brown paper bag." And Ashley's like, "Well, that's not a snack. That's dog food." Actually eating dog food.
That's so funny. I have the
Was it good?
best.
Did you find out?
Hell no.
I'll tell you, I have the
Remember
best.
eggs? Was it ever bad?
I have-
She liked it, and then she was like, "Oh," and like went to the bathroom and was like trying to scrape her tongue.
Oh no!
So she actually liked it.
I
It
have-
wasn't like,
No, she liked it, and then
Until she knew what it was.
Exactly.
then you know what? I would still be eating it. I'd be like, yeah, they're gonna.
I like, oh, this is probably a healthier snack than other snacks I could eat.
Just
I
like
have
people-
the best stories with Oma.
Oh, really?
They're not about things being eaten though. I have the best stories with Oma.
No, Mo is great.
Mo is fantastic. I have amazing stories. Okay, when we were in college, the twins went to visit like their parents out in Germany, and they left Mo in the apartment to watch their dog. And I was in town that summer, right? Because I was working. I went away to school, so pretty much it was just myself, Oma, and this doctoral student. She went by the name Erica, but she was here from China, and it was just like the three of us hanging out. Now, the twins and Erica did not like each other, so the twins were very perturbed when they came back, and Erica, their grandmother, and I were like besties. She made us authentic Chinese food, thank you. And anyway, so I have two stories about this. One night we went out to a bar, and Oma went, and Oma was dancing, and Oma...
We all went out. Wait, tell them we used to go to this place called Sky Bar, and we used to compete every Wednesday to see who could get the most guys to dance with them.
Yeah, awful, because we definitely did not go home with them.
If you got asked to go home, you automatically won. But Ashley and I were always at a disadvantage because we suck at dancing.
Oh my gosh, they're the best dancers. Anyway, so Oma goes with us, and Oma like straight bends down in the middle of these two guys dancing with her, and she's like straight bent over, like straight grandmother, right? And these two guys are high-fiving over her head, Eiffel Towering. So that was when we all went out together. And anyway, she picks up one of these guys, and I remember her coming out and being like, she goes, he kept sneakers on his feet. I was like, okay. And she goes, he said it was so he could get better friction.
Oh my god.
And,
this is making me think of the blisters.
I know. My favorite Oma story is when they went back to Germany and she was watching their dog. So we were hanging out and we went to Walmart together and we're like looking through the stores and she wouldn't tell me what she needs. And I'm like, what do you need? Like, let's find it. And she stops the Walmart employee and she goes, pardon me, do you know where the douches are? So I'm just there while we're getting led to the douches and she's buying one. Oma is fundamental in my college memory.
I've been mortified in college. Now I have no shame.
No.
Just go buy anything. I don't care.
Yeah, honestly, I agree. But at 21, that was mortifying.
That was like in college. I even hated buying like pads and tampons and would buy like 8 things so that it wasn't just the one thing. You know? I don't care.
Oh my gosh, Oma's the best. Oma has the best stories. So the fact that she was eating the dog food, it was like, oh, that's a great snack. Is like, I'm just not surprised. Like everyone else is like, wow, what, that happened? I'm just like, that sounds like Oma.
Oh yeah, that's Mo.
Like Oma picks up college students who wear sneakers for friction and asks the Walmart associates where the douches
I
are.
just want to say they were over 18. It was
They were legal. It was their option.
18 is what they're saying.
Yes, we were in our 20s.
It was consenting.
It was consenting.
Use the roofies then.
No, there's no chloroform or no need for stir sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
There were stir sticks used that day. There was.
Oh, well, there was a dipstick. Good for Oma.
Dad's thinking we dipstick Jimmy.
Anyway.
Jimmy? I hope his name was Jimmy.
But, okay. Any other weird things you guys have eaten?
Well, that sounds like a dirty joke.
I know. I said it right after talking about that.
That's a
Plead
way
the
to wrap
fifth
it up.
again. No.
No.
That's a way to wrap it up. Hashtag dental dam.
All right. Having said that, then we actually made it to our final question this week. Look at that.
All right, let's give up right now. Quick.
All right, I'm done.
This one's also not a news story. This one's also like an innocuous question. What is the worst job you've ever had?
Oh, I already know this. Ashley gives me shit about it all the time.
I think this is the job she told me about.
Yes. So, I remember when we got out of college, we graduated in 2010, and that was...
I can't hear you. You're far away. Talk to me.
Can you hear me now? So we all graduated in 2010, and remember that was like 2008, 2010, the housing crisis, and gas was $5 a gallon and just terrible. So I got out of college making $12 an hour because I had no experience. And I'm like, what do you mean I have no experience? I just went to college for 4 years.
Yeah, that's a harsh lesson for college graduates to learn.
Oh, yeah,
I made
it sucks.
14 an hour.
It took forever to finally start making something that you could live on.
Yeah.
And so, he keeps pulling on my cord.
He does.
Aries, I love you.
Aries, come here.
He's good.
It's wrapped around his arm.
There's a dog.
All right, we're good.
Okay. But yeah, so getting out making $12 an hour, and so I ended up moving in with my mom like 6 months after I graduated because I couldn't make my car payment and student loans and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I got a temporary job working at this place that had medical specimens that came there. And so it sucked because it was second shift, which I learned is the worst shift because most of your friends work day shift or people work night shift. Nobody works like the swing shift. It's terrible. You know what I mean? And so we would have samples, one sample come in there, and it would need to go to 2 places. And so sometimes I would have to split a poop sample.
And ladies and gentlemen, there it is, the poop show.
And so Ashley liked to tell people when we go out and meet them that I split shit for a living.
She told me about this recently.
So, at the time, Ashley worked at this place with mice. And
I remember
she
that.
used to say she was a brain surgeon, which was not wrong. She used to.
Yeah, she used to do brain surgery on mice. She did.
She did.
Weren't they researching Alzheimer's?
Yeah, that was they were doing different. Like that was one thing.
Yeah.
It was more than that.
So you were splitting shit, and she's like, "Let me cure Alzheimer's."
Exactly. I'm not proud, but I did earn a paycheck.
There you go.
An honest living.
There you go. Let's see.
Is that enough identifying information? The show must end now. We can identify you.
My worst job was probably my worst job was also after college, and it was probably Toys R Us.
That sounds terrible.
So right after college, I got this teaching job, but it was like a temp job. It was teaching different reading skills and all that, and I really liked it, right? But after that was just a summer job. It ended, I needed to get a job, so I got a seasonal job at Toys R Us just to kind of bridge the gap. And they kept me on after the season. They promoted me to like front store, but like manager, but like supervisor, but they didn't train you on anything, right? Like, so it was just the worst job because pretty much if you get promoted, everybody who doesn't get promoted treats you like complete shit, right? The whole store is, let me put it this way. When they went out of business, I had 2 thoughts. My first thought was, good, you are a horrible place to work. You are not good to your employees. My second thought was, I'm not surprised.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I just remember as a kid thinking Toys R Us was so cool. Like you'd go there and they had just the coolest things, and I always wanted a Power Wheels.
Yeah.
Always. Like I always wanted that for like 5 birthdays in a row. I wished for that, and I never got it. So when my kids had a Power Wheels.
Nice. I will say, like, I can't say it was the customers or the people, just because, like, obviously I work in mental health, so I've had like way worse things happen than ever happened at Toys R Us. But I did have a woman try to return a SpongeBob microphone that wasn't working, and with electronics we require a receipt. And I was trying to talk to her about it, and I went to give her an alternative option when the switch flipped and she started acting like a psycho. This microphone on the ground and proceeded to stomp up and down on top of it, smashing it into little bits. And she goes, "What do you think of that now?" I guess she thought it would upset me, and I looked at her. I said, "Well, I'll tell you that I'm definitely not returning it now." Like deadpan, like dead face, like I'm definitely not returning that item now.
I would have laughed so hard if I was in line there. But like seriously, if I was you there, I'd been like, "Oh my god, does anyone else see this? Like she's crazy."
I just kind of watched it, deadpan, dry face. Like I never realized how dry my tone comes out until like certain things happen. I was just like, "Well, I'm definitely not returning it now." So it was probably such a dry delivery, too.
That's so funny. I love it.
But yeah.
What did she do? Did she get like?
She stormed out, and we had to clean up the microphone pieces. But you know, like, do you want
Still
this?
not returning it.
Oh my gosh, ridiculous. I was trying to give her an alternative option too to help her until that happened, and I'm like, well, that ship sailed.
Helping you. Yeah.
What about you, JR?
Dude, you've had all this time to think of
I
your
got one.
answer.
When I was a
No,
little kid-
I really don't. I'm
Oh, you don't have any
Speechless.
shitty jobs in your history?
I had shitty jobs, yeah, of course. Walmart, working in the toy section.
Yeah, the toy section is awful of any store.
Dude, working at
Yeah.
Walmart is probably not pleasant.
Oh.
No,
Probably
you get
not.
to see the weird people dress up in weird things.
I would
That's
love that
weird.
part. That would be the best part of that
A
job.
weird question. What?
That
Weird
would
I
be
would-
the
question.
best part.
That would be the best part.
I love seeing the weird people of Walmart.
Are you kidding me? I'd be taking pictures of them and sending them to
I'd
my
be like,
friends.
Still
"Guys,
go to the
this
website."
This is real life. Like this really happened.
This
you know?
happened.
Well, if you want to create a channel and start
Well, there's already a website. The people of Walmart.
The people of Walmart website. Go to it. It's very funny. It's just updated every day with new pictures of people from Walmart.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
My life is not complete until now.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Didn't
oh.
know this existed.
Oh, do you guys want to see some of this?
Really want to see weird
Do you
people?
wanna
in
see-
Walmart?
Hold on, though, Jr. It was working at Walmart in the toy section. Do you have any particular like moments that stand out?
Give me an example. What do you mean?
Like I had a woman jump up and down on top of a microphone she was trying to
Was
return.
he not just paying attention again?
Oh wow, pick on JR, huh? No,
He makes it so. That's what I told him in the past when he's like, "Wow, you guys are picking me." I'm like, "You make it so
Dude,
easy."
you can pick on us. I love to laugh.
We pick on each other all the time.
Okay.
And I make fun of myself. I'm like, man, that was really dumb.
She literally just told you she split shit for a living in the past. I mean, come on.
I've
She
learned
did,
to
she
have
did.
no shame.
Like open opportunity to make fun of her.
Oh yeah,
Well-
seriously, and he didn't even take it, dude. That's awesome. I just saw a picture pop up for a second.
Well,
Alright, guys.
I saw a older lady smashing a My Buddy doll because she wanted to return it, and they said she couldn't because she had it in a My Kelly doll box. You remember the two My Buddy? Oh, Kid Sister. Sorry, Kid Sister.
So,
I don't know if
Told
we're
you it
gonna.
was corny.
No, but it's very similar, right? The similar experiences you and I had.
look at the screen. I'm
Oh
sharing.
my
son.
god.
This is the people of Walmart.
I love that. Right
This
there.
is the people of Walmart website. And you can just scroll through here.
Oh, you got it. You can't make this up.
Dude,
Come on.
The underwear right there, that's awesome.
The Wolf Sisters.
Caitlin, will you wear that with me?
I will absolutely wear that with you.
Wait, the count is out.
Oh,
Yeah, you
fantastic.
can just scroll through here for days.
Why does
That
that
is-
one guy reminds me of Heath Ledger when he's wearing the nurse costume in the Batman
What?
movie?
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't he remind you of that? Dear God.
Do you remember these old websites? This is one of those that have like those weird buttons that never worked.
Oh my god.
Well, we got to see that one up close, huh?
And personal.
I'm a woman.
You know what? With that one, I bet like his grandkids or something stuck that on and he had no idea. Like we used to do stuff like that to Mo when we were growing up. We were
Really?
we were not good people.
The Wolf Sisters are back in town. They got wolf slippers too.
Yeah, it's showing us all the same things on repeat.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, guys, just gave you a close-up look at all of them. I'm stop sharing.
Well, there is a web page. Oh, I mean, a YouTube channel with weird videos at Walmart.
Okay, so after this, do not leave yet. We're not gonna make you leave, but you could go watch that.
We're not putting that on.
No, we're not. All right. Do I have to give my shitty job?
Oh yeah.
You said when you were a kid?
So when I was a kid, my uncle used to give me a bunch of random jobs to do around the neighborhood, and it would be like properties that he owned and stuff. I'd have to go like clean up or something, and then he bought this area in the swamps, and like I don't know if you know about like the Jersey Shore, but there's some little swampy areas there.
Well, there's lots of wetlands.
And he bought some property in the wetlands, and he hired me to use no equipment at all, but remove every stick from the piece of property. And I walked through that property for an entire summer. And I might have been like 13 years old. And it was all because he told me I'd get a PSP at the end of the summer. Because I got 2 A's on my report card, and that was the last thing I had to do. And when I say A's, they had to be a perfect 100 to be considered.
That's bull.
Ask if you got the PSP.
Yeah, did you? Did you?
Yes, I got the PSP. Guess what happened the second I got the
You
PSP?
dropped it.
I went on a road trip because I was going to Washington, D.C. with the school, and I got on a bus, and it was in my pocket because I like to wear baggy sweatpants. If you know me, you know that. And it hit off the side of the door, and the screen cracked.
Oh.
That sucks.
I've never...
He hasn't learned his lesson yet because the other day he had his phone in tight jeans and the screen, it was a brand new phone and he got a scratch on it. So he hasn't learned his lesson.
If anyone ever got me a PSP, I'd probably play it every day. It's probably dirt cheap now. How much is a PSP?
I thought he was gonna say he was gonna marry them, and I was gonna say pardon.
What is it? Isn't there a thing out there where people can be attracted to inanimate objects?
Yeah, somebody married the Eiffel Tower and changed her last name to Le Eiffel.
It's like $100 for PSP.
That's stupid. People are. That's a person of Walmart right there.
Yeah,
That's
weirdness.
Not a person of Walmart. That's a person.
Anyway,
of democracy.
that was my last question, folks.
Did we make it to the end?
Yeah, that was the last one.
You guys, slow clap. We did it this time.
For 9 questions.
And not once did I tell you like, subscribe, comment, talk, share it around. Not once did I bother any of that stuff. Now I hope that you stayed around long enough to actually do it as I asked.
Listen, and it wasn't just 9 questions. The 9 questions I put in there, and then when JR stepped away to Uber, it was also what we're currently watching on TV, and then the added question of what was JR doing.
Yeah.
So 11 questions.
Answered. Do we find out next episode? Is this a cliffhanger?
Yeah. What did you do, actually?
Right.
He was taking care of his kids.
I know, he can't say. I just like
We'll leave it till hey everyone, we'll leave it next time. I'll leave you with a cliffhanger. To be continued.
I feel like it pains him to say that.
Yeah.
If you want to
share it, you can.
If you want to learn about the lipstick, show up next time.
Yeah.
No. Stevia, you could ask Stevia.
Stevia.
He did say he would get us a video of his new trash thingy that New York City requires.
Compost.
Do you have one? Do you actually have one, or are you getting fined if we don't tell us?
He's meowing.
Hey. We'll leave that. This is not ask JR if he has compost. He meant, does everybody has compost?
Yeah.
JR, this is the poop episode. Do you have compost? In the beginning, you said you do not poop. Is this a fact?
Yes, I do poop. I poop like everybody.
5
5 different ways I poop.
You know, it just made me think of, but where do you hide your weed?
Where do you put your weed, though? Have you ever seen the movie The Hot Chick?
Yeah, the movie The Hot Chick with Rob Schneider.
Yes.
Yeah. I want you to know, we say that joke way more often than I'd like to admit.
Yes.
Where did you put your weed then, Stevia?
I can't say.
You don't have one of those.
I don't.
You do.
Or do
It must be fun to dance naked. Sure, why wouldn't it be?
That's a great movie. I love dumb, funny movies.
Yeah, that was funny.
Just like White Chicks, it's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
We got our knees done. Hold my poodle.
You could do that? You could do that?
Yo. Napoleon Dynamite.
I've still never seen
Tina, eat the food.
We need to watch that now. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen.
Okay, when I first saw Napoleon Dynamite, I was like, this is dumb. And then as an adult, I watched Napoleon Dynamite. I said, what was wrong with me? This movie is fantastic, and I understand why.
Dude, you know what that made me think of is I remember this movie called The Breakup came out when we were like, I think like high school or something. I don't know, like younger, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember watching that as an adult when I was married, and I was like, oh my god, I feel this in my soul. I want you to want to do the dishes. Why would I want to do the dishes? I feel that, man.
Alright, guys, we gotta end the episode. We can keep going forever.
All right.
Stevie, will
Like,
be back.
subscribe,
Thank you.
share.
You're welcome. Stevie will be back.
Whoa,
Stevia. Gosh.
Yeah, like the
Like the sugar substitute.
yeah, like the sugar substitute.
Healthy and sweet.
Yeah, she's the sugary substitute.
Exactly.
We don't know the side effects yet.
With the kids saying in the classroom. We're in Indiana, so there might be 9 boys there.
Like, subscribe, share, show up next week. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Cub Scout. JR, make sure you log out.
Yes, I am going to do that.
You're going to log out.
Have a good night, everyone.